Hello, hello. Welcome to the Feel Good Factor. I'm Susmita Veganosaurus and I'm so glad you're here today. If you enjoyed this episode, then leave me a voice note. Go to speakpipe.com/veganosaurus and let me know what your takeaway was from this episode or from any episode on this podcast. Next week is going to be episode number 200. This week, 199. I'm really, really excited. Well, today I wanted to talk about the three kinds of giving as described by the Bhagavad Gita. Giving is something we all think of as, well, it's just giving, right? Giving, generosity, sharing with others. We automatically assume that it's a good thing and it only comes from good intentions. But often there are three different kinds of giving, three different ways of giving, and not all of them are good intentioned giving. You might even catch yourself doing all three of these in different ways when you give and when you're generous. The idea is not to judge yourself, but to pause and wonder before an act of generosity, before giving something to someone, before doing something good for somebody, asking yourself, why am I doing this? And where am I coming from when I do this? What place? The first kind of giving, which is the lowest form, is fear-based giving. For example, if you're a business owner and somebody is come to you to demand something out of you, and you're not really happy to give that to them, say a discount, for example, or if you run a cafe or restaurant, food bloggers come and they're demanding a free meal or something out of you. You give it to them because you're worried. So purely based on fear, this thought that if I don't do this good thing for this person, say give them a complimentary meal or give them a discount that they've asked for, if I don't do that, then they might go and leave me a bad review on Google. They might say something bad about me on Instagram, a very fear-based approach. Or say somebody is maybe a customer, or maybe a different entrepreneur, somebody who has a similar business. They want to work with you, they want to collaborate with you, they want you to help them in some way. You do it because you're worried, oh, if I don't, then they may get upset and they may spread something bad about me among our community, our business community, something like that. So you can think of the different kinds of fears that might induce you to be generous, to give. It's not really a generosity, it's a giving. It's a fear-based giving. There is absolutely no good energy when we give this way. In fact, we feel resentful afterwards. We feel regretful that we even give. And honestly, it's not going to be very nice for the person who gets it either, because you're not giving from a place of love and joy, right? So this is not the kind of giving that we should be doing. And if you ever feel forced to give out of this fear-based giving, pause, stop, and possibly don't even do it. The next kind of giving is transactional. It's giving purely out of expectation. You think, okay, if I give this to this person now, they're going to give me something back, either right away or later. Now, in business, there's nothing wrong with transactions necessarily. Business is about giving and taking. However, you need to be honest with yourself. Don't think that you're being generous. Don't think that you're giving out of just love, out of the goodness of your heart. If something is transactional, then it can be very clear right away, upfront about it. A clear discussion between the two parties that, okay, I'm going to give you this, I want this in return, right? And yeah, that's okay. Once in a while, that kind of an exchange, that kind of a giving is okay, as long as you acknowledge that it is an exchange and both people are very aware that this is an exchange. It's not that you have a hidden expectation while you're giving something to someone, because that always leads to disappointment, because then that expectation is always going to be hanging over both your heads, and that's not a good thing. So clarity there is important in transaction, but don't put it under the heading of generosity or giving. This kind of giving is definitely better than the fear based giving. Of course, it's way better. But it's still not the highest form of giving. It's not the best form of giving. Again, I'm sure you can think of many situations where you've given something with a secret expectation in your heart, and later been disappointed and even resentful, because you're like, I did so much for this person, I helped them this, that, why didn't they help me, why didn't they give back, with that kind of a thought in your mind, which is really bad negative energy as it sits in your head for a long period of time, and it just brings you down, and it's a waste of mental space, and it's also a very good way to mess up, pollute good relationships with people, because you have a hidden expectation, or if you give without really making it seem transactional, making it seem as if you're being generous. And then later, when the time comes, you demand something back from them, saying, remember, I did this for you. Remember, I did that for you. So now you need to do something for me. So, as you can imagine, all this carries not good energy, and it definitely doesn't add to karma points. The whole point of giving gets not only negated, but to a large extent even harmful in the long run. The final kind of giving, and the best kind, the only kind, the one that the Gita recommends we do, is giving out of a place of love, joy, and the trust in the flow of abundance. It's not, okay, I give this person something, they are going to give me something back. No. Or the other way around also. Many times people have a hesitation to receive from someone, because they're like, oh, if I receive something from this person, then I'll have to do something back for them. So that instead of looking at it as a give and take, an exchange, or a transaction, and definitely not looking at it out of a fear-based point of view, if you just do give, help, if you're just there for your colleagues, your customers, your community, your fellow business owners, fellow artists, whatever, right? If you just give out of pure, clean generosity, knowing that, you live in the flow of abundance. So when you give and when you share, when you help, not by pushing yourself or doing what you can't, that's not healthy, but doing what you can do, right? If you can do that, know that you are taken care of by the universe. Know that the abundance is a river that just flows. It keeps on flowing, in energy just keeps flowing. And If it goes out in one direction, it doesn't mean it'll come back from that direction, but it'll come from some other direction. The universe takes care of you. And this flow of abundance belongs to everybody. And so, when you can, if you're able, then give, share with an open heart, with love, tapped into that flow of abundance, and trust that good will always come out of it, and the highest good for all, because you're supporting the uplifting of the people around you, of you're uplifting whoever you're helping. You're uplifting, as a result of that, the energy of the universe in general, of this world. You are bringing in the culture of fearless, non transactional, non expectant giving. You're encouraging that among others. Because when you so openly with your heart give and share, um, people are watching you see that it's safe to do it. And then why wouldn't they want to do it? Because it's such a beautiful feeling, right? To give and then without attachment, let go. Give and let go. When you're called to help someone in big and small ways, it doesn't have to be some huge life changing thing. Say there is another business, somebody new who's opened up a very similar business to yours. Don't hesitate, don't even think twice, encourage them. Spread the word about their business to your circles. It's okay. You're all part of the same community. And of course, I'm only talking about conscious businesses. I mean, I always talk to conscious business owners, right? People who run their businesses, entrepreneurs, artists, creators who have brands online. You're doing this for a greater purpose than you. So then anybody else who is doing the same work as you are, they are also working towards that same purpose. You're all a team, you're all a community together. And when you feel called to help, to give, to share, do it. And yes, even here, the universe will take care of you, that you won't be sucked dry. If there is somebody who is just taking from you without good intentions, you will be protected from them. You will be able to clearly see that somebody is in this just to take advantage of you, just to make use of you. And yes, at that time, when you're clear about that, you step away from them. You don't be involved with them anymore. You protect yourself from them, and you create a boundary. Because when we are in this abundant flow of giving, giving from a place of abundance, we also want to attract only the kinds of people who will appreciate it and who themselves will be tapped into this flow of abundance as they give and share. That's important. Naturally, you will be able to nurture that kind of community, those kinds of relationships and people and friendships around yourself. And the others will just drop away. As long as you're clear with your energy and you're clear with your boundaries, and of course, most importantly, your limitations, not giving more than you can give. So, yeah, that's it for today. The 3 kinds of giving. Think about it the next time you want to be generous, you want to give, share, help. Which place are you coming from? And if you can, then shift to this place of abundant flow, love, joy, and be generous, be giving, be open-hearted from that point of view only. Because the other kinds of giving are connected to the ego. The ego's fear, the ego's expectation, the ego's want for power, all those things. So let go of that and then tap into the flow of the universe and give from a place of from your highest self. from a place of divine, unconditional love and joy. All right, next week is episode 200. I'm so excited. Leave me a voice note. Tell me what you love about this episode or any episode on the Feel Good Factor. And if I get your voice note in time, I'm going to include it in episode number 200. Go to speakpipe.com/Veganosaurus. The link is in the show notes. I would love to hear from you. Talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye.